Howdy, folks. Howdy, I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to another edition of Black Dragon. This is Sunday night, so this, of course, is the round table, and I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. This is, Sunday night is getting cool across the United States of America, but it is warm in Atlanta, and for that, we are thankful. Listen, you guys, we're going to have a cool show tonight. So we're going to jump right into it. And the idea is, and I did a video about this about 4 years ago. And I can tell you that, sometimes my opinions change. And every now and then we find that Black Dragon doesn't know everything. Now, between myself and my subscribers, we know everything. But Black Dragon doesn't always know everything. And so I said in that video, no, an AMA can't bless a club. But maybe we were wrong. There are a lot of clubs that I can name that are starting to go with an AMA blessing and moving on about their own way. And that's for many reasons. Some don't want the affiliation of the COC or a dominant club. Others don't want or can't stomach the idea of paying people in order to, which is a new thing that's been going on for a little while now, paying people, paying clubs, blood money or extortion money or whatever you want to call it, to get into motorcycle clubs, to get their motorcycle club started. And other clubs don't like this daunting thing that's been going on in some areas where you can't join unless you become a support club of a diamond or COC. And in many places, you can't be a support club of a COC, but a support club of a diamond. And in many places, having that on you, we have seen police departments have decided to treat 99% clubs or support clubs. They treat them just like the diamond in terms of affiliating you with an outlaw organization or affiliating you with a criminal organization, whatever the police want to call it. And now you're getting the same kind of things when you get pulled over. Especially in places like Texas, they're taking your guns off of you. They're saying stuff like, well, you belong to this greater organization and therefore you too are affiliated. And a lot of clubs are getting to the point where they don't feel like dealing with that. And so we're going to talk to a new club that's 5.5 years old. And they have made the decision that what they're going to do is they're going to have their own blessing, or not their own blessing, but their blessing through the American Motorcyclist Association, which has a long history of doing that, of blessing clubs, which started in about, I want to say, maybe 21 or so. Or maybe even a little earlier than that, maybe 1901, somewhere between there. And I remember the history of the AMA is that they really before the AMA really took hold, the motorcycle manufacturers ran clubs in that they would sponsor clubs and things like that to get clubs to buy their motorcycles, and they would sponsor all kinds of runs and everything, like we still go to Harley Davidson and stuff like that to get them to sponsor stuff to this day. So they were doing it back then on a grander scale, and eventually they just took all their books and all their subscriber base and all of that and handed it to the American Motorcyclist Association. A lot of people say American Motorcycle Association. It's American Motorcyclist Association. And they became the great big people who blessed everybody. And eventually, because they became overhanded in their approach, people went away from them, especially diamond clubs, which to be an outlaw originally meant to be outlawed from the AMA, that the AMA didn't sponsor you, that made you an outlaw, not necessarily an outlaw of to the police, or an outlaw of society. So the AMA became overhanded, and they were incredibly racist. They didn't allow black clubs or very many black people. So all of these kinds of clubs kind of went their own way, and the AMA got very much weaker. But I believe you could probably say now they may be experiencing a resurgence, because a lot of clubs are still deciding, well, you know what? We want to go with an AMA charter and move on our own. So we're going to talk to one such club. We're going to be talking to the Rogue Souls. Let me make sure I have their name right. You can't screw up anybody's name. Rogue Souls Motorcycle Club. We're going to talk to them. We're going to talk to their state boss, Maverick, and we're going to talk to a local president. His name is Shot. And let's bring them on the channel here. Let me see. There we go. Hey guys, man, welcome to the show. You guys did good.
Thanks for having us, Black Dragon. Appreciate it.
Welcome. You guys did good, because I forgot to mute you. So you could have messed me up this whole time. So I appreciate you guys. Hey, which one is Maverick and which one is Shot?
I'm Maverick.
State boss. And what state you guys are? What state are you guys in? And Shot, which chapter are you president of?
So we're in the state of Utah.
And I'm the chapter president of Wasatch.
Wasatch, Utah. Wow, man, Utah is like one of the last frontiers. Do they even have highways up there? You guys are in covered wagons. Are there motorcycles up there? Are you guys on horseback? What's going on, man?
It's growing a lot, but we got some of the best riding places in the country. So come out and ride with us.
Is that the place that they have the Black Dragon Canyon? Is that place? Is that where that is up there?
I'm not sure Black Dragon Canyon, but we have tons of awesome national parks to come ride through. But
no, I get people that send me this Black Dragon Canyon. All my subscribers, whenever they hit it, they're like, "Oh my God, you got to come drive to the Black Dragon." I think it's in Utah. I'm not sure. My subscribers will know where it is.
We'll look it up, let you know.
Yeah.
So you guys are 5.5 years old. You're a fairly new club.
Correct.
So I take, are either one of you part of the founding brothers?
I'm one of the founders. I'm one of the 3 founders that are currently in the club.
So, let's just talk a little bit about what it was like to put a club together and get one started. Since my club did that over 50 years ago, I got to tell you, I have the utmost respect for anyone who founds a club. I have founded chapters, but I was always able to say, "Oh, you just go look at the Black Sabbath history. What do you mean we can't come in this city? You just go look at our history. Our history says who we are." And the people who went before me paved the way for me. What's it like when you don't have anyone paving your way and you got to do it all on your own?
I mean, it's rough and it's a lot of work, and you get upset with your brothers, and there's a lot of decisions to be made, and sometimes you're yelling at each other to get stuff done, right? I mean, we all do it. Some of us were in another motorcycle club, that was a 99% club as well. before, and it just wasn't working out for us, for many reasons. And, among one of those reasons was there was a permanent president of the club, and it never changed. And he owned everything. He owned the copyrights, he owned the trademarks, he owned the patches, and you talk about this a lot in one of your books, Black Dragon, is that's one thing to, look out for. And so a few of us, stepped away from that club, and then with other, friends that we had, started, Rogue Souls Motorcycle Club. And so there was actually 9 of us around the table, but there's only 3 of us left, those that are, still 100% are in it, for the cause. People, there's a lot of distractions in life, but, we still have our 3 and we have our history.
Oh, I thought that was me. I was like, geez, I hope that ain't me. They say Black Dragon Canyon is in Green River, Utah. See, I told you my people.
Well, go check it out. That's not too far from us.
We're good. Let me know, man. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to come ride that thing with you guys. You know what I mean?
Deal. You should.
Yeah. I've been, because everybody says, go ride the Black Dragon Canyon. And if they're going to name a canyon after me, especially since before I was born, they like anticipated me, I got to go run. But you decide, you say, hey, we're going to put together a motorcycle club. So there are a lot of things you got to think about. Who's going to be the president? What's our motto going to be? What are our bylaws going to be? But probably one of the biggest things that you're going to face is, how do we get this thing sanctioned in an area where we're not having to go through a whole bunch of BS? And so what were those discussions like? What made you decide to go AMA? And was that the first thing you did, or did you try something else?
Yeah, that's a great question. And so the other motorcycle club that a couple of us, were involved in before, they were not a COC motorcycle club, and they weren't an AMA motorcycle club. And so when we first started out, that's exactly, what we knew and what we thought is, we wouldn't be COC sanctioned because we allow law enforcement, and we really weren't aware really of the AMA route. And so when we started, we made a couple of reach outs, and the answer was the same. You have law enforcement, we won't have any discussions with you about, you starting a motorcycle club in the state of Utah. Right. Which is fine. And we just have to deal with what we're given, right? And so we started Rogue Souls, and it was about, a year and a half, a year into it that, we started really looking at this whole problematic deal, right? It's like if you don't have a blessing through the COC, it's problematic, right? That's a legitimacy, that's a claim to your COC. And the other, if we trace back the historical roots of it all, like you mentioned earlier in the introduction, Black Dragon, is the historical roots that the AMA have, and how they were really the ones sanctioning motorcycle clubs from the very beginning. And so, we realized, hey, if we do not fit into this one side of this spectrum of being COC, blessed or approved, then we fit into the other side of this spectrum. And that's, the historical, route, which is the AMA. And so that's when we became a AMA sanctioned social, there's different levels of AMA sanctioned chapters, and some of them, promote events, and we're one of the non-promoting, social clubs, chartered clubs.
So the AMA, if you get a sanction from the AMA, there are several kinds of sanctions you can get, and the AMA still hosts motorcycle rallies and racing and hill climbs and things like that. So in the beginning of it all, there was the AMA sanctioned bodies that could hold sanctioned AMA races, which meant you could get points and be on the leaderboard. And at the end, as a racer, you could win money and prizes and things. So in order to get that sanctioning from the AMA, that was a certain amount of money you paid and stuff. And this is one of the things that made the AMA so hated by the original motorcycle race clubs, because the AMA took a sizable share, and these race clubs realized, hey, we got our own people over here coming and checking us out and everything. So that's how the 13 original race clubs departed from the AMA and became outlaw clubs, et cetera, et cetera. There was also a social club, which motorcycle clubs fall under, that weren't hosting AMA race events and that sort of thing. So that's what you guys fell under. So did you ever ask the AMA some questions like, for instance, can you guys actually bless us? If you bless us, will we be accepted? Did you ever ask any questions like that, or does a blessing from us mean no harassment from anyone else?
No, we never asked that question because I think we always knew the answer, right? And I think the answer has always been, you're going to stand, or fall by your own merits. And, that's our mentality is, it gives us legitimacy, the AMA, and going that route. There's a historical, evidence to back that up and proof of that. But at the end of the day, nobody's going to stand by my club except for me and my club and my brothers. And, we're the ones that are really going to, stand by and back up our claims and who we are and what we stand for.
So I think you bring up some incredible points with that. And one of our listeners, Duke Rosen, one of our very long-time subscribers, he says, I'm confused. If you're an AMA, wouldn't that make you a 99% club? And I think you guys mentioned that people see you guys as an LEMC, or some people see you guys as an LEMC, and not particularly sorry about that, not particularly as hold on, this looks like emergency. Hold on one second. Hold on one. Damn, this pissed me off. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So people might see you guys as an LEMC and not necessarily as a 99% club. And you kind of sit in a weird place where LEMCs don't look at you as LEMCs, and COC kind of clubs look at you guys as an LEMC or some kind of pariah or something. But in reality, you really kind of sit in an interesting place. But in my mind, in my book, you are absolutely what I would call a traditional MC.
Yeah, a traditional MC and a 99 MC, 99% MC. That's again, that brings up the topic of what is that definition of 99% MC? Because we would consider ourselves a 99% MC as a law-abiding club that does not discriminate against its membership.
Right.
And we're finding that here, at least the problems that we had in the state of Utah was trying to maintain that legitimacy of who we are. And then when we're asked and confronted who we are, the question that always come up is, do you have cop, or are you a cop club?
Right.
That was a question that would always come up. And the answer to that originally was yes, no, we're not a cop club, but we don't discriminate against anybody by their profession, because we never identified ourselves as a cop club. It wasn't until a number of those conversations that we had that we came to the understanding that in the COC world, in the 1% world, since we do allow cops in our club, that we would be labeled as a cop club.
Well, I think I think that's interesting because a traditional MC, especially when we think about the ones that were around during the time that AMA was handing out blessings, a traditional MC really was a motorcycle club that did not separate people by occupation. If my neighbor was a cop, my neighbor down the street is a Pullman porter, my other neighbor over here is a mailman, and we all ride motorcycles, we want to ride together, boom, we had a club. It wasn't until the whole other stuff that I think the lines become blurred or mixed, or COC clubs, which are often run by the dominants, would absolutely be against a traditional MC that didn't have a problem with anybody joining. So I think that really kind of, the 99% description can encompass all those kinds of clubs. And so I wouldn't classify you guys as a cop club, because you don't have LEMC in your name. You're not an LEMC club, in my opinion. But,
and it doesn't even make up, any type of majority. It's a minority at best, right? So, it doesn't define us.
Right. Now, J B4K1 said, would a COC or 1% Diamond Club truly honor an AMA blessing and keep from having problems like their own blessed groups? Seems like something for ministries, LEs, or veterans groups for me. So from my own experience, and then I'm going to ask you guys, from my own experience, I have known a lot of 1% clubs to absolutely accept the AMA blessing. What has your experience been?
Yeah, that hasn't been our case here. In our case, it's been stated to us that the AMA charter that we hold doesn't mean anything to them. Mm-hmm. So they don't recognize the AMA as a body that can, grant us legitimacy in who we are. Okay.
So what does that lead to when you ride down the road? Or is there trouble with that, or have you had any trouble, or is it just something sitting out there boiling, waiting to
that's a great question, Black Dragon. I think that's probably the question on everybody's mind, right?
What kind of problems are we having?
And I think this is kind of what you and I had talked about earlier when we had our phone conversation before this meeting is, this is one reason why we like, our prospects to read the Prospects Bible, right? Is we want to completely show respect for all the motorcycle clubs and any groups that are on the set, whether they're 1% dominant, whether they're a support club, whether they're 99% that's COC blessed, whether they're an AMA club like us, or, if they are actually truly what's defined as a cop club or an LE club or a vet club, right? Is we want to show respect across the spectrum, is we don't want to show disrespect to anybody. We want to, be in our own lane, accept who we are, as a single patch, AMA 99% motorcycle club, right? Mm-hmm. And have we had issues? Yeah, we've had issues. Have we had threats? We've had threats, and we try to follow protocols the best that we can, to resolve those issues. At the end of the day, there's certain things that have been non-negotiable, for us to really deal with, and we have to stand our ground. That's, what it is. But we try to do everything, Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. And we try to do everything, by the book, following protocol, being respectful. But at the end of the day, sometimes, we've had to just agree to disagree with some individuals.
Right. Absolutely. And so what I'm doing is I'm showing for my listening audience, I'm showing some pictures of you guys here. Holy moly. You guys seem to have motorcycles a mile down the road here. Looks like you've got quite a few folks who believe in the way you guys are motorcycling. That was a question.
Yeah. So we're a little bit on an island. I don't think there's another motorcycle club in the state of Utah that, is what we are, and what we, claim to be. And, but that being said, because of our stance and, being, open to the community, and anybody, we don't really care if they're on the COC side or not, is welcome to attend, our events and rides. We just don't want issues with people. Right.
Right.
And so, we personally support, rides in 4 different counties, weekly during, the nice riding months. And we do that, to provide a service, and we go and we set up the rides, and we have a riding club that we work with hand in hand. And, we try to get the community out riding and promoting, motorcycling in the community, because, we love motorcycles. That's why we're here. Right. So.
Right. I guess the real question is, or the real answer here is, you have to be able, and correct me if I'm going to mischaracterize here, but, you have your charter from the AMA, but you're absolutely not looking to the AMA to protect you. You're ready to stand for your brothers no matter what happens.
That's correct.
Is that that's fair assessment?
That's a fair statement. Yes, that's exactly where we stand on that.
So
we realize that we don't have the support of a COC. We don't have that, that backing, which has made it, difficult. We do understand that we have to, defend who we are, defend our rights to be a club, to be a brotherhood that, it's not gonna be, dictated to if we can wear this cut, wear this patch, be on this scene, be able to attend charity events, support different local good causes, because really that's what we're about. We're about the motorcycle scene as a whole. We support the entire two-wheel riding community. That is really our mission, and that's what we're here for, as well as, building our brotherhood of, like-minded brothers that want to ride in a club together, that has that camaraderie without the tie to, some of the COC clubs or the 1% clubs.
So somebody said, I'd rather ask for real permissions than have hospital permissions or hospital admissions. And that's an interesting thing because we know some of these folks can get mad enough to hurt you. And you guys are just that badass group of folks that said, F it, man. We're going to do what we want to do. And we're going to stand on what we are. And if that can be acceptable, fine. And if it can't be acceptable, fine, but it ain't coming from us.
I think the issue is, like we're talking about is like, we hear about some clubs, that get blasted a lot for, being in the same categories as us, but having bad raps, right? Because
I know who we're talking about. Yes.
And they maybe initiate, issues with other clubs. I'm not one to put out names of motorcycle clubs or anything, but my point being is this is, we have been given a bad rep from the get-go, right? Because of similar minded clubs, that have maybe poisoned the well. And my point is, we just want to be respectful to all the clubs and, all the groups in the community, whether they're a motorcycle association, whether they're a motorcycle club, whether they're an RC, everybody's got their purpose and their role in the set and what they're doing. And we just want to be respectful. We don't want any issues with any other clubs. At the same time, we just, kind of that give respect, get respect. We just ask for the same return. We're not trying to cause any issues. We just want to do good in the community. We want to do our own thing. We want to, grow our strong brotherhood and, exercise our freedoms and our rights that we have in this country to do so.
Right. Hold on. Saying that they're being blocked. We're not blocking you that I know of. If you're not being disrespectful, we're not blocking you, Johnny Ash. Moderators don't block Johnny if he's being respectful. Why does your forum block comments from and about Jay-Z's Christian organization? I'm not sure what that is. Is that a motorcycle club? If you're not talking about motorcycle stuff in here, I can't help you, bro. But the moderators are good. They're not just blocking people. So you must have pissed one of them off. Try to be nice. Sorry about that, guys. So it's an interesting thing. I've known a couple other clubs like Fast Harleys Only, that's run by Big Cell. Not particularly he doesn't call himself a motorcycle club. He called himself a motorcycle organization. But one of the things that he did was he went and got his AMA charter because he was of the same mindset. No one's going to limit me as an American, and I'm going to do what I want to do. But he did say, in order to keep things down, I'll keep the MC. You guys can have that. But he still had trouble and issues. I think it's brave, and I think it's just totally American to be who you are and push for that and make that happen. So tell me what your brotherhood is like. What is it like with your brothers? They understand that, as you said, there are other clubs that have done this and have made it, have made the reputation of people who do this tough. So what's it like riding with your brothers in kind of like a no man's land where nobody might not really like you, or maybe people are afraid to be hanging out with y'all? So what's it like being among your brothers?
Yeah, I'll cover a little bit of this and then I'll turn the time over to Maverick.
Yeah.
The first thing I would have to say is, we're just trying to be true to ourselves and who we are, right? Mm-hmm. And we're pretty upfront and open and honest with, those that hang out with us about the type of motorcycle club we are. And when people ask about hanging around or, you know, coming to a lot of our events and they're acting interested in the motorcycle club, is, hey, you know, this is the motorcycle club that we are. We don't want to misrepresent. We don't want you to think that we're something that we're not. You know, we wear this AMA, you know, patch on our cuts to show that we're an AMA sanctioned motorcycle club and that, you know, we're not part of the COC. And so we don't want to misrepresent who we are. We always try to be upfront and honest with people about who we are and what we're about. And, you know, we are willing to stand our ground. Like you said, Black Dragon, a little bit about, you know, protecting, you know, what we stand for, but we're also not trying to be in your face about it. Does that make sense? We don't want to be disrespectful. And so we're always going to, you know, show respect. We're always going to try to de-escalate. But at the end of the day, like, there are some, you know, hard lines or, you know, moral issues for us that, you know, can't be crossed. And we have to kind of dig in our heels a little bit. And that's who we are. You know, we can't back down. Like, the man in us won't. Do you understand? Like, it's one of those things where you can't just, that's one thing that you can't just negotiate with, your morals and your values. Right. And so we will stand those grounds, but at the end of the day, we want to be respectful. You know, we want to, you know, de-escalate. We want to be diplomatic and work out things. We want to follow protocols. We want to show respect. But at the end of the day, you know, sometimes, I think I said this before, we just have to agree to disagree on some things respectfully. Right. But that's where we stand. But
yeah, our brothers know who we are and what we stand for. You know, but we do have a strong brotherhood, you know, and that's what brought us together, and that's how we grow. We have a passion for motorcycles. We have a passion for getting together and enjoying the motorcycle community. And we want to do it on a larger level than just going out and riding with a couple of buddies. You know, so that's not what this is. You know, we're not weekend warriors that just want to throw on a cut, you know, so we look cool when we're riding around either. You know, the MC is something that, you know, that we live and breathe. And so I do feel that we are a traditional MC when it comes to those, you know, values and the brotherhood that we do build and what we offer. I feel that there is a large community out there that is looking for that kind of riding brotherhood, but their options might be a little slim, because when they look at starting a club, a lot of times, you know, they're being shut down. They don't want more pop-up clubs in a given area. You know, why don't you just join an existing club that's already there? And a lot of the options that are given, you know, might not be options that they're willing to take, you know, for, you know, their moral or values that they hold dear, and what, and that's not what they're in it for. That's where, you know, what we, you know, have formed, what we're putting together, you know, is truly a 99% brotherhood that's on the law-abiding side, that, you know, does not, you know, socialize with, you know, these other COC clubs. It's like, yeah, we'll see them at a charity event, you know, that's where we'll see them. But we're a group of brothers rolling into that charity event just to support the charity.
My submarine brother says, out of curiosity, what are the requirements to gain membership within this MC?
That's a good question. You want to answer that one, Shots?
Yeah, I can answer that.
You formed that.
You know, a lot of this is our club business and the way that we do things, right? And every club's got their way to do things, and I'm not telling any club, you know, what they can and can't do. And, you know, I don't expect any club to tell us what we can and can't do to gain membership in our MC. But, you know, we do have very clear, you know, protocols, you know, handed out. One of those, you know, Black Dragon is your prospect Bible, has been, you know, a staple for us of developing our prospecting process. As we've struggled our first, you know, years as an MC, developing our prospect process, and we had members come in and we lost members, and it was a struggle, and it was something that aggravated us, you know, that we were spending time with these brothers and we were losing them, right?
Yes,
and
yes.
I hope that we're not the only MC that deals with that struggle, you know, but it sucks, right?
Right.
Just to be up front, it's a painful thing to have people that, you know, you feel like you can call brothers, and then, you know, you feel the betrayal, and you feel, you know, that maybe they don't care about this as much as you do, right? So we've had to refine our process, you know, and but we have the same process just like any other MC or any MC should, right? A traditional MC is, you know, we have our friends of the MC, we have our hangarounds, you know, that have made it clear that they're interested in the MC, and, you know, at some point their hangarounds will be, you know, invited to, you know, put in their application to prospect for the MC. And once that happens, you know, then it's a contract between us and the prospect. And, you know, we have our requirements that they need to meet. Those are minimum requirements, right? Those are things that they have to do. And one of those things is a minimum of a certain amount of time. And one of those things is a minimum of a certain amount of miles riding with your brothers, because you don't learn about your brothers until you're out riding on road trips with them. You know, one of those things is they have to do their own service project in the community. And we want to see how they interact with people. You know, we want to see their leadership skills. We want to see the good that they can do. Is this something that they actually care about to put work in, or are they just here for a patch? Like, period, right? We want to see, we want to push those limits with people. You know, we want to find out their quirks. We want to, you know, work with the sergeant at arms and their mentor to, you know, work out those quirks before we're willing to call them brother, you know. And if they're willing to work on those things, then, you know, it shows that that this has value to them. If they're not willing to work on those things, then they're gone. And we have zero issues, you know, terminating that prospecting process. But the people that I feel like, you know, that we're getting as brothers in the club are people that I truly feel like I call brothers, that they're my family, you know, that even as we're growing and all of a sudden we have, you know, multiple chapters, we've been used to being, you know, 1 or 2 chapters, and now we're growing, right? It's cool to be able to visit those other chapters and still feel like, man, these are my people, right? Like, these are my people. I love them. Like, I'm all about what they're doing. Like, let's fucking let's raise a glass and, you know, let's celebrate together. I think these are my people, right?
Yes. Yeah, you're preaching to the choir here. Keep on going.
But that's what our prospecting process is like, you know. Is it crappy? Does it suck? It does, but like, the reward is worth it. And that's what we're trying to teach people, is like, you're not just getting a patch on your back. Like, this is your family. This is a long-term life commitment. And, you know, we view you as such, and you should view us as such. And if you don't, there's a problem, right? That's what we're trying to teach. This is a family.
Yeah, we're not a pay for your patch.
We have so many of the same requirements. I'm just cracking up here. You're gonna do a community service thing. You're gonna have some miles. Our prospects are required to bend some state lines before they're even going to be considered. Yeah. And we got prospects with 1,000-mile patches and stuff like that. We have prospects that have the biggest mileage patches our club offers before they're even patched over. You know, we got guys with
prospects this last year that have hit over 5,000 miles, right?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that.
We a few months with our club, and that's what we're about. Is like, let's go on some trips and let's go do and see some awesome stuff, just as brothers. And then sometimes let's bring the wives and let's go, you know, experience that. That's a whole different experience.
But you don't have women in your club. You don't have women in your club, or do you?
No, we're an all male, you know,
traditional MC.
Traditional MC. We do this year, Black Dragon, you know, we do have an RC that we're associated with, Road Club, and, you know, they do allow women, they do allow, you know, different types of motorcycles, whether it be sport bikes, whether it be cruisers, and they're a traditional RC. They're doing that traditional scene that's recreational. They don't have the same time requirements that we do. They're just there to have fun, but we love hanging out with them too, and they're awesome people. So
I see a lot of raggedy ass Harley Davidsons over there. Do you guys have anything else, or must everyone have a hog?
Well, this guy, the president over here, he doesn't even ride a hog. So.
I'm on a Victory Vision now, and I had
come on!
He's on a spaceship, man. We're always talking about he's going to go blast off into space.
That's right. That's what I have, Maverick. I have a Victory Vision. So yeah, man. These guys on all these damn. But I might have to break down and get one. You know, that Victory, if it breaks down on you out of town, that's not going to be.
It's worth the risk.
It's not, you know, so far it has been, and I'm not even going to talk on this because I don't want no trouble. But so far it's been an amazing motorcycle. But you know, they're not really making parts for it, and as you break down in Utah somewhere, my God, you can have a serious tow bill.
Yeah, probably would.
Call us up because got one of the only Victory Vision mechanics in the state. Lives in my neighborhood. So if you break down, we'll get you hooked up.
I'll make sure to have that number handy when I go screaming through the Black Dragon's canyon there. But man, oh man. So you guys are, you really like a old school kind of traditional. You guys, you kind of give me that feeling. We're just here to ride our motorcycles and have a good time and fellowship with our brothers, no matter who they are. What would you say to a club that wants to start out like you guys do? Well, who says, well, we're going to go to the AMA and do our own thing. What would you say to them? What are the pros and what are the cons and what do they need to be worried about? And how would they get through that?
I'll cover this first.
I'll start off on this one. The pros, it gives you a way to answer who you are, opposed to just starting a club, not respecting, any tradition of, organization for, who you are and what you're about. I think the AMA is a good route to go, but there's definitely going to be a lot of challenges. Not having, the support and being able to establish yourself in a community that has a different structure of organization. It's a challenge. It's going to be confronted. You're going to have to answer hard questions. You're going to have to be able to stand up for who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think that would be my thing, Black Dragon too, is like, if we were to have recommendations of another club coming to us, I think, Maverick and I've talked about this a lot. We actually started as a 3-piece patch club. That's what the club that we, some of us were a part of was before. We started as a 3-piece patch, and, it was about taking it probably about the first year that we still take off our bottom rocker because we don't need to look like 1%ers if that's not what we're trying to be. So we were a 2-piece patch club. We had our centerpiece and our top rocker still, right? And that was because of ease. It was convenient, all we had to do was remove the bottom rocker. But there was a point, a couple of years ago where we were like, we're an AMA club. This is what we're about. The history of AMA is a 1-piece patch club. So and if you look at it, the 1%ers got their name, and that's when they, took off their patches. That's when they were, cut, and they were sewed back on their cuts to show the difference. And so at one point we're like, if this is what we are and this is who we're going to be, we need to be as true to that as possible. And that's a 1-piece patch. Mm-hmm. And whether, if you think, hey, you watch Sons of Anarchy, you see all the, cool 1% dominant bikers out there wearing 3-piece patches and diamonds. Hey, well, it's not about looks for us. It's about being true to who we are. And this is my family crest on my back. And we can do that with a 1-piece patch and still be true to an AMA club. And so my advice would be, if you're about this, if you're about the brotherhood, if you're about the scene, if you're about respect, then you'll do that and be respectful. And part of doing that and being respectful and being a 99% club, especially if you're an AMA club, in my opinion, is being a 1-piece patch club, and being able to back it with your brothers, like Maverick was talking about. Is like, you got to live it, you got to breathe it, you got to care enough about it to deal with the issues that arise, because they arise.
Mm-hmm.
They come out of the woodwork sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. But live it, breathe it, support it, back it up, but be respectful, And part of that for us is like, that's why we wear an AMA patch on our cut. That's why we wear a 1-piece patch. We're doing this to show our respect, to saying, hey, we're not trying to misrepresent who we are. We're not trying to, be you, mm-hmm. right? We're not trying to, steal what you guys have earned or what you guys respect. We just mm-hmm. want to represent us the best way that we can represent us and who we are.
Man, I think that is really, really strong. I really like that. We got a guy over in Australia, and I think he might have missed a part, but he says, does the AMA meet with the state COCs to introduce clubs that the AMA has blessed in? And that answer is no, I don't believe so. And he says, if not, then why go through them? And the reason that they went through the AMA is because they went to the COCs first, and the COCs said, no, we don't like the makeup of your club. We don't like the fact that you have law enforcement in your club, and there's no way we're going to let you in the COC. So they went another way, and they went a legitimate way with the AMA, who doesn't have the power anymore that they used to. But it was a charter and a blessing, and it shows that you went through a traditional process. The AMA is a traditional MC process, as old as they get. There's not one older that exists in the United States right now. So that's why they did what they did, and they're able to stand on it. Man, I just think I think you guys showed a very interesting side of motorcycling, perhaps maybe the new 99% side. And I just want to thank you guys for being on my show, man.
We appreciate it,
Yeah,
Black Dragon.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Much respect. Thank you for having us.
Honor and respect.
And I am touched that you guys would make my books prevalent in your MC to be read. I got to tell you, I wrote those books originally, especially the Prospects Bible. I wrote that because we were having so much, we were losing so many people out of the Black Sabbath. And so I really wrote that as a book for my brothers. And now more people have read it around the world than my brothers. My brothers are like, what Prospects Bible? Does that exist? But you know how it is. The preacher's kids are the worst ones. Yeah. But I wrote that book to kind of educate people coming in clubs as to what clubs were. But the whole time you're writing a book like that or something, or any book, President's Bible, any book I've written, the whole time you're writing that, you're saying, nobody's going to read this shit. Nobody's going to, no one's going to read. This is crazy. You're stupid. I put that book down 100 times.
Man, people read your stuff.
You got the hardcover one. You paid the big dollars, man. Thank you so much, man. Wow. Okay, I'm red and I'm blushing. Wow. Thank you guys, man. I'm gonna steal that for a commercial, just so you know. But listen, guys. I think you've shown another side to this, and somebody said in a video a couple days ago, there's no such thing as 99%ers, and 99%ers don't exist, and it's a new thing. And I'm kind of like, shut up and ride in your own lane, and let us ride in our lane. There are 500,000 people around the world that call themselves 99%ers or more. They don't exist because you said so? Man, get the hell out of here. And I think that's
and it's a wide range of 99%ers, you know?
So I don't know. A lot of these guys want to do this because they have new kinds of YouTube channels and stuff like that, and you know, they feel like if they bark loud and say rah stuff, people get behind them and say rah, and they get views. But the real thing is, we're riding the way we want to ride because this is how we love to ride. And we have brothers, obviously, looking at how many folks you guys got, bikes all the way down the horizon. Obviously, there's brothers that believe in riding the way you guys do. And I say do your thing. Everybody knows I love all motorcycle clubs. So, man, proud of you guys. Thanks for coming on. You're rock stars. You know, I'm going to get me some long hair so I can do my thing. Maverick. Oh, man. So I'm going to give you guys a holler when I come ride the Black Dragon Canyon.
Yeah, come ride with us. We'll show you a good time.
Yeah.
Man, you guys have a good night, and I'll catch you backstage. Thanks so much for coming on the show, man. You guys take care.
Black Dragon.
All right. Man, it was really amazing to talk with the state president, Maverick, and the local president, Shots, for hanging out with us, man. That was so cool to hear the way they did that. Please share this video. There's so many of you guys hit me up all the time, and you're always so mad about they're doing this, they're doing that. Are my books available in Australia? Yes, they are. You can get my books off Amazon, and you can hit me here at blackdragonsgear.com for your autograph copy. And I've sent several of them to Australia, but you're going to have to give me that $25 for postage. $25 for one damn book. It's crazy. Somebody said Black Dragon Canyon isn't a canyon to ride through. It's a viewpoint. It's a viewpoint attraction on I-70 near Spotted Wolf Pass. Why hurt me like this? I don't care. I'm riding to it anyway. I'm going to go ride and see the viewpoint. In the middle of roughly 100 miles, no service area. It's a cool location with lots of riding near the actual canyon. 100-mile no service. So you know, guys with those little bitty tanks, you need that half-gallon gas tank on your back of your bike. We need to talk about that sometime too. Let's see. You guys, I'm gonna be out of here. I want you to check out my new channel. It's not new, but we've started it back up again. It's called Think Tactical. Hey, subscribe. And where is it? Here it is. This is Think Tactical. And you guys know that Think Tactical is my prepper show. We're going to be doing prepper stuff, how to survive the end of the world as we know it, how to survive the impending civil war we may be going into, or the next flood, or the next disaster, the next FEMA fiasco, the next FEMA fail. You got to be thinking tactical. So we're going to be talking about all kinds of thinking tactical stuff, man. And I've just started adding. So we got 3 brand new videos. We also have thinktacticalnews.com. That's our online prepper newspaper, thinktacticalnews.com. And the podcast is Think Tactical. It's syndicated now everywhere you get podcasts, and it should be up on Apple Podcasts in the next couple of days. So think tactical, my men. Think tactical, my women. Check us out. Yeah, we're going to be doing it. That's me right there. That's the judge. If you guys don't know what the judge is. And yeah, I can shoot it with one hand. The rest of you guys might not be able to shoot the judge one-handed, but I can shoot the judge one-handed. Okay, I just bragging a little bit. And of course, we'll be talking about all kinds of stuff. You know, this is going to be one of those total. Yeah, see that's right there. That's the Tommy machine gun, the Thompson. Yeah. And, you know, so that's what we're going to be doing. We want you guys to check us out there. We're going to have a great time. Also, this is, let me see. I'm trying to show you, hitting the wrong damn buttons. We also have bikerliberty.com, our online news magazine for Black Dragon Biker TV. We have the podcast, which is the Dragon's Lair, Motorcycle Chaos, wherever you get your podcasts. Biker Liberty, and then we're on TikTok, Black Dragon Biker TV on TikTok, and we're on IG, all those places that you can go get our stuff. And Black Dragon's Gear is where you can go get our gear. And I mean, I think that's everything. My books are available on Amazon. Prospects Bible for Women's Motorcycle Clubs, the Sergeant at Arms Bible, the President's Bible, and the Public Relations Officer's Bible. So those are my 5 books you guys can get. I'm really hoping that you guys are having a good time. Check out my Think Tactical. I have a reaction video coming on either later tonight or in the morning. One of my producers says that I keep putting on my videos too late at night, so maybe I'll put it on in the morning. But you guys know Fingers Jonch? Fingers Jonch, the guy who used to be a police officer, who has his own show. He just got in a fight with a 1%er that didn't like his show. So we're going to do a reaction video to that, and we're going to talk about that. That'll be tomorrow or later tonight. So look for that. If you're not getting my notifications, we have new content every day. So just come check us out every day, because we have new content every day, sometimes 2 or 3 days a week. Go like us on Instagram. Go like us on TikTok. Go like us on Facebook, Black Dragon Biker on Facebook. Go like us on all our platforms. Please share us. Get us out there. Just, do that for us, please. So that's it, man. Looking over here at my comments. I think I'm caught up with all the comments. Someone said great interview with a couple of great men. Thank you so much, man. We're going to be bringing more interviews. If you want to interview with us, please give us a holler. Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com. Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com. There it is on the bottom. Or you can call me at 404-692-0336 if I'm here in the studio. 404-692-0336. Call me here in the studio, and we will definitely get you. We're looking for new writers. So if you want to write with us, hit us at Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com. Send me a writing sample, and let's talk. We have an amazing group of new writers doing some really new and great things. All right. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. I'm Black Dragon. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny, and go over to my club brother's place down there in Macon and check out his cigar shop. Hey, subscribers, whenever you are in Macon, Georgia, you have to get over to my Motorcycle Club Brothers Cigar Lounge. Haley's Cigar Lounge on Ingleside Avenue has a night or several nights just right for you. Monday night football kicks off the week. Wednesday is whiskey night. Thursday, ladies' night. Saturdays are make your night. And wrapping up the weekend, it's Sunday football. Haley's is closed on Tuesdays. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere at Haley's. Hang out at the bar or outside on the patio. They can also host your small events. Haley's Cigar Lounge, 2308 Ingleside Avenue in Macon, Georgia. Be sure to tell them Black Dragon sent you. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.